It's finally time for the Grand Priest to get involved in this battle. Also, look at the Omni King. The colors are mismatched in his face, and honestly, I think he looks better this way than the opposite way. Let's go ahead and jump in.
Prepare yourself, Dan Saiyan.
Smash that like button, and if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. That way you never miss a video. We are finally in the climax of the first arc for this Goku X Kale Dragon Ball fan manga. We finally made it, guys. Again, you haven't seen anything up to this point, I recommend checking out our playlist where you can get all caught up. Also, make sure to drop a follow on the creator's Twitter account. She is almost at 1,000 followers, and that's just fucking fantastic. You guys are the motherfucking squad. I cannot wait to show you guys today's episode. And remember, this is just the finale for the first arc. There are at least 3 more arcs in this Dragon Ball fan manga, so hopefully you are just getting geared up and ready for this story, because I have a lot more videos of Goku X Kale coming right up. Let's go ahead and jump right in. The Grand Priest is going to intervene in this fight. Now, remember, angels are not allowed to intervene in the affairs of mortals. That's breaking angel law. Now, the reason that the Omni King looks different is because this is taking place in an alternate universe. This is something that I had to dig a little bit deeper into the Dragon Ball fan manga. In the description of this actual panel, this page, it says that this is a completely different alternate reality, alternate universe. That's why the Omni King looks a little bit different. And in this universe, the angels can interfere in mortal affairs. So the Grand Priest is getting ready to interfere, although he is withholding the ball because he does not want the Omni Kings to see Kale in all her splendor. Kale is slow walking toward Goku, and Goku is pleading with her to stop. You're gonna get us both in a lot of trouble. And Kale's playing with him. I thought you didn't care, or were you lying about that too? And Goku here is just completely caught off guard with this situation. It looks like Kale finally has the one-up on Goku. Kale is egging Goku on. Come on, take the button. It's right here. Go ahead and take it. You want it, right? I mean, you've been fighting me for chapters and chapters of this conflict because you want to get this button and save me. Come get it. Goku isn't going anywhere near Kale, but again, the Grand Priest is done with this conflict and the direction this conflict is going, so he is going to put an end to it, and he uses his divine will to start breaking a crack in the earth right behind Goku. Divine light of the Grand Priest, invisible to even Goku's senses, starts breaking the earth right behind Goku as Goku is telling Kale that he can't take the button from her. She has to relinquish control of it willingly. It's not something that he can just take from her. She needs to give it to him. That's probably the reason why Goku's just been asking for it this entire time. And with the earth breaking behind Goku's feet, he falls right in, and this whole situation is put to an end. With Kale left to wonder where the hell this canyon came from, and she looks at Goku covered in dirt on his ass, and she starts laughing that he looks ridiculous. Basically, the Grand Priest cockblocked Goku at this point, but I mean, it's all for the greater good. We need to get this button away from Kale, or else Kale's life is still in danger. Happy-go-lucky Goku returns, and he starts laughing, saying, yeah, that did hurt, and Kale's just laughing at the fact that, you know, he's the most powerful Saiyan in existence, and yet he forgot how to fly momentarily. She finds that very funny, and Goku's like, go ahead and laugh, I'm a good sport about it, but I think it's time we call a truce, which is the name of this chapter of the Dragon Ball fan manga, Goku and Kale's Truce. Kale thinks about it, and Goku continues with, I know we got off on the wrong foot, we got off on the wrong spot, I know you hate me, and I'm not really quite sure what I did to make you hate me this much. And he's even thinking, could it just be the tournament, or is there something more in there? And Goku's like, I'm not really a bad guy, and if we work at it together, we could actually become pretty good friends. Obviously, Goku isn't a bad guy, we know that from just watching him for years, plus in this instant, he's just trying to save Kale's life from getting completely erased. And this is when Kale is a little bit real with Goku, because I feel like he should have heard this from not only Chi-Chi, Bulma, Gohan, hell, Goten, shit, Vegeta. He probably should have heard these words a long time ago. I don't hate you. I wish you'd be a little bit more mindful of others is all. And Goku's like, fair enough. It kind of got through to him that he doesn't really think about anybody else besides himself, essentially. Yeah, when, you know, the world is in trouble and he needs to save people, yeah, he becomes a hero for the most part. But when it comes to wanting to fight, especially in Dragon Ball Super, he's looking out for only himself, only his own gratification. And that's part of what is flawed about his character, at least in Dragon Ball Super. And he understands that she's not comfortable with the button being around him, and no mortal should probably have such a thing. He understands that. So Goku's like, let's go ahead and just get it out of here and give it back to Zeno himself. It's like Kale wasn't even aware that was an option. Like, how are we going to do that? It's very simple. Just leave it behind and he'll take it back. The Zeno button is a magical item. It seems to have a mind of its own. Sometimes when Goku really needs it and it's in his pocket, even on clothes he hasn't worn in a long time, and sometimes it disappears. So he doesn't really take it anywhere with him because he knows that it'll just show up or disappear whenever it wants to. So it's almost like the button is a living thing. I'm shocked at the fact that this whole fan manga, at least this part, the first arc, is just wrapped around this button that I completely forgot about since Dragon Ball Super's Goku Black arc, really. So it's a very interesting take. I definitely like this. Kale says Goku's making sense and then asks him for a promise. Will you promise if I were to leave it here, you won't come back to take it? So she's trying to get a promise from Goku, which I don't know if any character in Dragon Ball has ever asked Goku to make a promise, or Goku has made a promise to anybody in Dragon Ball that I can think of off the top of my head. But if you can think of it, let me know in the comment section below, just to remind me and remind everybody here, because I would like to hear some of the promises Goku has made over the years. But even though this is a Dragon Ball fan manga, it is nice to see Goku like being a little bit more mature and making a promise to another person like this. Goku, of course, has the wrong answer for everything. He says, anyways, it ain't my fault if it follows me. I mean, yeah, she's supposed to hand over the Omni King button. He can't take it, obviously, but if it follows him around, I mean, he can't do anything about that. And Kale's like, that wasn't a yes. You completely deflected the question. And of course, Goku's like, at that point, he's like, yes, okay, fine. I promise I won't take it. Which, in my opinion, this is another level of Goku that really cements the fact that this is a Goku x Kale Dragon Ball fan manga. And it's definitely going in that direction. And it is a believable step into what I can only assume is going to be their sort of infatuation here later on in the series. Goku's like, we cool? And Kale looks at the button and she doesn't seem certain if, you know, she should give it back. But Goku makes the best argument here. She is not giving up the button, and so that means the Omni King is going to erase her. Once she gets erased, Goku will do anything to get her back because that is his student. So that means that the only way he can get her back is the Super Dragon Balls. How do you get the Super Dragon Balls? I mean, he can't lug them around, and Whis and Beerus probably won't help. So the only way to do that is to make another tournament so he could win the Dragon Balls again. So Kale's nightmare is to have another tournament, but with her death, another tournament is inevitable. It's gonna happen. And that's something that I didn't think about. That's something that Kale probably didn't think about. Basically, she would be making her own worst nightmare come true. And that is the moment that Kale's like, forget this, and throws it into the canyon that just formed, giving up the button voluntarily. And the button on command ends up warping out of there, disassembling itself, and going back to Zeno. And that is the end of the first chapter of Dragon Ball Super DreamScape. Thank you guys so much for watching it up until this point. Remember, we have more chapters of this love story or friendship story, infatuation story. We have more chapters coming up, more videos coming up, and the creator Kaleverse has been very, very diligent pumping out new pages to the new chapters. So don't go anywhere, guys, because this is going to be your one stop for Kale x Goku action. Thank you guys so much. And if you made it to this point of the video, you are now part of the hashtag #EndOfVideo squad. Thank you guys so much for all your support. Make sure to drop that comment with that hashtag for a chance to be featured in my next video. Today, I'm going to be responding to, I'm just a vibe. I can kind of understand why Goku is now starting to get attracted to her. Saiyans do like strong women. That has been 100% stated in Dragon Ball Super's anime. And it also was stated here in the chapter that yeah, they do. And he is attracted to Kale now because she is the strongest Saiyan female in existence right now, so there might be a little bit of a crush thing going on there. Just a little one, nothing too crazy, okay? Just a little bit of a, I'm gonna give you that look. Thank you so much for your comment. I'm just a vibe. This is going to be BlackScape signing off. Take care, guys.
Subscribe for more content. Or perish.